Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. 5 huge ITV Coronation Street theories. Surprise couple and murderous downfall rocks the cobbles. CSSI plumber came back to Weatherfield adamant she was clean and ready to bond with her son Tyrone Dobbs. But things get out of hand for the Coronation Street newcomer this week. Here's what you need to know about all the potential drama. 1. Cassie's intentions revealed. Cassandra Plummer, portrayed by Claire Sweeney, was revealed to be alive despite her mother Evelyn, Maureen Lipman, claiming the contrary to her son Tyrone Dobbs, Alan Halsall. But when Cassie showed up with the firm intention of bonding with the mechanic, Evelyn made the decision to take her away from Weatherfield first, in a last-ditch attempt at getting her clean and sober. Both women returned to the ITV cobbles, with Cassie vowing to stick to her guns and stay off drugs. Unfortunately, her addictions catch up with her in upcoming scenes of the Manchester-based drama. It all begins as Cassie arrives at the garage for her first day at work, and Tyrone thanks Kevin Webster, Michael Lavelle, for giving her a chance. But as Cassie sweeps the forecourt, Dean Turnbull, Anthony Crank, shows up demanding drug money. Cassie promises to pay him by the end of the day and hisses at him to go. While she's set to suffer a horrific overdose this week, viewers have taken to social media with the expectation she could leave her son Tyrone in a great deal of financial trouble. According to them, her main intention would be to empty the mechanic's bank account as she continues to take drugs. Cassie is definitely going to try and drain Tyrone of all his money so she can buy drugs again. One fan commented before adding, "Careful Tyrone, Cassie could use you for drugs. Remember Ivy warned you. Poor Evelyn." A second viewer chimed in, "Next week Cassie asking Tyrone for drug money. If anyone spotted the pregabalin, it's for anxiety. But a controlled drug, another spotted. It's so obvious that dopey Tyrone is going to be taken for a mug by his long-lost mother," wrote a fourth as another echoed. "And just like that, Tyrone's mum gonna do him over bad." 2. Abby takes deadly action. But another Corey resident knows how horrible being trapped in an addiction can be, and may be the one to end Cassie's torment. Recognizing Dean from her own dark days, Abby Webster, Sally Carmen, wonders what's going on. When Cassie then refuses to go for lunch, making out she's waiting for a customer, a suspicious Abby nips back to find Cassie helping herself to the petty cash. As Tyrone and Evelyn appear, Cassie begs Abby not to say anything. Will Abby agree? Abby Webster has cleaned up her act after giving birth to her son Alfie last year, but Dean has made things harder for her. With Cassie in danger, could Abby decide to take action against Dean and get rid of him? 3. Murder exit. Elaine Jones left Weatherfield earlier this year after the breakdown of her engagement with Stephen Reed, played by Todd Boyce. Before she could make her way out of the cobbles, Elaine decided to warn Jenny Connor, Sally Ann Matthews, about Stephen, fully aware he could be trying to get her affections. But Jenny seems to have discarded her concerns completely as she's giving Stephen a chance at romance with her. However, Daisy Midgley, Charlotte Jordan, is worried she could be taken advantage of and warns Jenny not to waste any of her money on him. Daisy has had her fair share of unstable men in her life, but one took the cake, her stalker, Justin Rutherford. Could her experience with the troubled Justin have helped in detecting dangerous men? While the Rovers barmaid is becoming suspicious of Stephen, running the risk of being his next victim, more characters are becoming aware that the businessman isn't who he claims to be. Peter Barlow is the first one on viewers' list of potential suspects to take down Stephen in upcoming weeks, particularly as actor Chris Gascoigne is set to leave the long-running show. According to many viewers, the cabbie's departure from the cobbles could be caused by his need to run away from justice after killing Stephen. "I really hope that Peter kills Stephen during Super Soap Week in October," one of them wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. Another asked, "Do you think Peter could be the person that kills Stephen during Super Soap Week, leading to Peter's exit?" A third wrote in response, "That would be the only way I would accept Peter leaving without Carla. Beloved legend takes down killer." However, Peter Barlow isn't the only resident likely to take Stephen down, as Roy Cropper, David Nielsen, is slowly believing Carla Connor, Allison King, may have been spiked with LSD. This dawned on the Weatherfield businesswoman last week as she spoke to Rufus Donahue's widow Lou about his own addiction to the drug. Realizing the symptoms were similar to hers, She put two and two together and expressed her belief to the Roy's Rolls owner. Roy was initially skeptical, but eventually encouraged Carla to take things further. He handed her the details of a clinic, telling them that if she sends them a hair sample, they'll be able to confirm if she has LSD in her system. Hair follicle lab tests can detect the presence of LSD for up to 90 days, meaning it's unlikely traces of the drug could be found in Carla. The underworld factory boss was drugged in early 2023, with her fears about her relapse and psychosis reaching an all-time high in March. But could both Carla and Roy team up and do some digging together? 5. New love for Lauren. Lauren Bolton, Kate Fitton, gets into huge trouble this week as she fights for Max Turner's affection. It all begins when Max Turner, Patty Bever, lies to Lauren, making out he's in college all day before heading to the precinct with Sabrina. A deflated Lauren watches from a distance as she has been hoping to rekindle her relationship with Max. For several weeks, Lauren has made it clear she'd like for her and Max to get back together, but he is evidently infatuated with another girl. As Sabrina heads off, her brother Gav urges Max to stop messing about and asks Sabrina out as it's obvious he fancies her. Back at the cafe, Lauren attempts to wind Sabrina up by making out that she and Max are an item. Max assures Sabrina that's not the case, but will she believe him? This remains to be seen, but Lauren is soon unable to contain her rage, and once alone in Audrey Roberts' hair salon, she lets the anger get the best of her and trashes the place. Later on, David Platt, Jack P. Shepard, lays the law down with Max, telling him that since he refuses to go to college, he can start as an apprentice hairdresser. Max lets himself into the salon and surveys the mess with horror, finding Lauren alone, and she admits that she trashed the place in fit of temper. Having done their best to clean up the salon, Max orders Lauren out and promises he'll cover for her. But when David and Maria Connor, Samia Longchamben, clock the broken mirror, they demand Max tell them what's been going on. Later on, Lauren arrives in Roy Cropper's cafe and apologizes for missing her shift. Just as Roy prepares to respond to her apology, the pair are interrupted by a police officer who announces that they're arresting the teen on suspicion of causing criminal damage, and Lauren's heart sinks. Actress Kate Fitton recently teased an upcoming storyline for her on-screen alter ego, which will see the wayward teen move into a new place with Ryan Connor, Ryan Prescott. Lauren's got quite a few things coming up, but the main thing is that she moves into her own flat, which is exciting as she's getting more of a solidified structure of a life back together, she explained. She actually makes an unlikely friendship with Ryan, and he ends up moving into her flat. Lauren and Ryan are very similar in some ways. Ryan's been through an awful time with the acid attack, and he really struggles with people actually seeing him as Ryan rather than what he's been through, and Lauren doesn't really have anybody either, so they both lost people because of what they've been through. With moving in together, it's going to be more of a brother and sister relationship, but obviously it's not going to be plain sailing. There will be quite a few bumps in the road. Despite their age gap, Ryan Connor celebrated his 31st birthday earlier this year. Could their bond evolve into something more serious with time? If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.